Hello everyone and welcome to Jaye's wonky event, JOKE, round of 64 map pool showcase. It's been a crazy qualifiers and we've got 61 competitors advancing through to our double elimination bracket. Very in round of 64. Excellent. Alright, take a quick look at the pool. So our tournament is split pool for round of 64, meaning first to 32nd will be in winners bracket and 33 and lower will be in the lower bracket, so people are actually going to get eliminated in bracket stage next week. Decision was basically made because this tournament's really hard, and yeah, these pools are really hard, and there are a couple of players here who I think want to suffer less, so alas, that is how it's going to be. I think also looking at a bunch of the results that have come out, well, I say come out, they haven't been released yet, but having a look at the results is kind of, yeah. Anyway, this challenge sheet I'm going to put on the thread and in the server. Basically, this is the seeds. There'll be an official like seed statistics that Mestro will release whenever they get to it. So anyway, yeah, we're going to have 61 people in the qualifiers. There's going to be 3 buys, and they're all going to be in the losers bracket, so stuff happens. So I believe that's GS Chronic and Cam and Kaio Nacho are going to get a buy this week. It's really weird that the top 3 players don't get the buy, but I mean, split pool is weird. Thanks, challenge. Anyway, I'll reiterate again, the challenge link is now in the server, it'll be on the thread, and we'll officially release the stats whenever Metro gets to them. It shouldn't be long. Alright, anyway, round of 64, so let's talk a little bit about it. Here we go. Might as well go into our first pick, Fiala Go. Right, so this is... Oh, actually, let's talk about how this is going to work first. So, the round of 64 is going to be a first to 4 competition. The map pool size is 10. There's 2 Rice, 2 LN, 1 Stream, 1 Hybrid, 1 Speed, 1 Tech, 1 SV, and 1 Tiebreaker. So this is Rice 1. This is our very, very easy, just mostly 1-1, 1-2 single tapping, small amount of LNs. This is our accuracy pick. This is way easier than Killer Song, but it is still OD10, so it's got, you know, a level of easiness that our lower seeders can, you know, compete on, but it's still very accuracy oriented, so, you know, top seeders going to be very strong in it as well. This is also one of the very few maps that I did not make. This was mapped by Hydria. Actually, no, yes, this was mapped by Hydria, I'm pretty sure. I think Hydria only mapped 1.5 maps. Juan Crystal mapped 1 map. And the rest were basically by me and Urk. So yeah, just to reiterate, the first half of these maps are going to look easier than qualifiers, and the second half is going to look about the same or harder. So I mean, Rice 1 is very easy. So yeah, that's our OD10 pick. Rice 2, on the other hand, is not quite as OD intense. It's OD 9.5, so it's still really high and still has that same elements. But this one is more like Killer Song. It's pretty standard 1-1, 1-2 for the vast majority of it. There's like a triplet every here or then, and this map just has like 1 spike in it, and that's pretty much it. Also, this song, I don't think anybody has heard this song since like Taiko World Cup group stage 2015. Like, this is pretty ancient, actually. I also want to reiterate that yes, this is a best of 7. It is a first to 4. Sparks, you know, honestly, I wish I knew all the stats, but I just know how the map goes. You'll find out. So yeah, as you can see, this is pretty chill. This is easier than Killer Song, and it doesn't have like that one stupid LN that starts on a blue tick that probably shouldn't have been there. I do know that this is really fun with DT on Taiko as well. So yes, the dense section is coming up here. There's triplet single single, triplet single single. That's the densest part. Like, the rest of the map is fairly sleepy. So yeah, pretty similar to Killer Song. Just low OD, less dense sections, and still a banger song. Yeah, sure, we can do that at the very end again, if you really want to see like the full results of the seeding. Anyway, those are our 2 Rice picks. Pretty chill. Moving on to LN1, this is another Sakuzia song, funnily enough, I just realized. This is Altail. This song is everywhere. I mean, there's a ranked mania set of this that's been around for a while. I mean, One Key Mania, throwing some pretty OG mania maps. It's pretty cool. So yeah, this is the LN pick. The LN in this is not crazy like Over the Clouds is, but there are a couple of sections, like some dense. I want to say they're like quads. It's basically a rice triplet followed by an LN, but it's all the 1/4. Actually, this one's quite comfortable to single tap. Actually, I cannot recall the OD of this. It's either 9 or it's probably 9. Probably. This map does have like a few bursts near the start, and then a couple of those quads towards the end. But that's about it. Like, this section here is all single tappable. And then there's a quad right here, which might trip up some players. But the question is, will Jackhad's 994k the LN again? Because that is a really stupid score. I mean, 990k, okay, that's pretty professional, but 994, what the hell? Also gotta remember that these LN releases are also important. They're not super weird LN releases, like, there's a 1/4 gap, it's pretty normal. In later pools we'll see like 1/8 release and like mixed release and stuff like that. And then I think there's a small BPM change at the end. And there you go, that's LN1, that's Altail. It's pretty chill. It has like some spikes, which might hurt some players, but like that's about it. LN2 on the other hand, I think is probably my favorite of the long note picks. This is also like a really classic song for like Mania rank. This is Analyze. Oh god, I remember playing this set way back in, oh god, it might have been 2014 actually. So yeah, this is going to be, I suppose, a lot more like Over the Clouds, in that it's a lot more, you know, single tappable. I mean, they're sort of streams, but not quite. Sort of like this, you know what I mean. There's some LN intertwined with just some regular light notes. And then there's just some more single tap LN. So yeah, this one is more like Over the Clouds, except I would say that this is probably easier, because it doesn't have the tricky 1/4 into 1/3 rhythms. It's just all straight 1/2 1/4. Also, this is a class. Also, I'm pretty sure I just put this song in here so that Potassium F would like this tournament. He got interested and then mapped nothing and left. It hurts. I still have a message of him saying, oh yeah, on this weekend I'll see how much I can do, and like, he disappeared. But yeah, as you can see, a lot of this is a lot of short LNs, because you're just single tapping a string. But it's not fast, this map. This is very comfortable to single tap. Anyway, those are our 2 LN picks. That one's more like Over the Clouds, but considerably easier. Alright, getting into the stream map. This is... Okay, I know this is like 4 stars, but don't be alarmed. So, I mean, what do you think happens in a stream map? Actually, this map is really dense, and I guess you could say it's considerably harder than everything we've seen so far. But this is where the 2-finger players shine. So the first like 95% of this map is actually pretty repetitive rhythms, and the last 5% is the entirety of the map, because that is a horrible idea for tournaments, but we still did it anyway. Also, I'm still sad that Charlotte never managed to rank this set, just because he didn't have a futsu. He didn't have a normal difficulty. Anyway, this is pretty chill for the first like 550 notes. So we'll go into the chorus again, which I'm pretty sure is identical to the other chorus as well. Like, this map is really easy to practice. It only has 2 sections. It has the ending and the rest of the map, and that's it. Alright, just practice those 2 sections, easy. So, I know this is a stream map, and there's only really been 1 stream so far, all things considered. So, allow me to introduce you to the stream component of this map. And there we go, that's the stream map. It's not super streamy, it's only got 1 section for it. I mean, it's kinda hard, but the streams also, like, make star rating super overrated. Okay, so that is 5 maps down, that's half the pool. Next, I believe we have the hybrid map. Here we go. This is also the longest map in the pool, that is not tiebreaker. From featured artist Milk, and also recently featured in Taika World Cup. This is Bubblegum. So yeah, this map is gonna have a lot of just Rice and LM sections. They're gonna be intertwined, there's gonna be like sections which are clearly one or the other. Like very well defined. It's just an everything map. There's some like interesting LM start and release times, but nothing too complicated. The rhythms in this they do get a little bit tricky. Just a little. I mean, it's also a long map, but it's definitely going to catch out some of the weaker players. Also, you can tell this is a real map because the max combo is actually over A. Like, that's how you know that there are notes here that need to be hit. And it's not just like a typical 400 to 600 note map like Collie's. Alright, so this is like a good example of like the intertwined rhythms to do with the white and green notes. You know, white notes for the main rhythm, green notes for like the drum beat bursts. There's also just a wide range of like LM lengths here. Just to meet all like the different weird sounds in the song. This song is also very, like this section in particular is like very lyrically mapped. A lot of the song is like based around the weird rhythms, and then this section chucks in those weird rhythms on the LM with the lyrics, with the vocals on white notes. Yeah, you know, this could have been a good SV map, but it's also 3.5 minutes long, and when you see how long our SV map is, I think you'll understand why our SV map is. I mean, it's rankable length, I guess. Anyway, there's a lot of different stuff happening in this map. Anyway, it's a song with a lot of sound effects, so, you know, works for it. Anyway, that is our hybrid pick. Move on now to probably my favorite map in the whole pool. The speed map. This isn't speed as in like it's super fast, but it's definitely bursty. So it's got sections of speed. It's gonna have triplets like feline, except they're gonna be mostly isolated. Without the bursts, this map is like super easy, but with the bursts, it just becomes so fun. Especially this first chorus section here. These bursts are just really fun to play. Also, this is where like single tappers are hopefully gonna cry. I don't think it's that fast, but still, like, play this with two hands. These bursts are like ultra fun, and a little bit tricky with the bursts, you know, having a precursor LN section. But that stream is, I mean, that's the hardest part of the map, basically. But actually, I'd say the first burst section is considerably harder than the second one, just by nature of the song. Also, Alpha, I think you're forgetting, because we mapped the entire pool, it essentially means that every single song in the whole tournament is a banger. Almost. There are some not quite so bangers, but they're still bangers. Anyway, if you're a single tapper and you went and single tap those bursts, you're probably pretty tired right now. For a round of 64 anyway. So this section isn't as dense. It's not as loaded with 1/3. Like, most of the bursts are just in that first section. Anyway, this is definitely the personal favorite of mine for this round. Hope you guys enjoy it as well. Alright, moving on to our tech map. This map is really hard. It's not, like, feline hard, but yeah, this map actually looks very intimidating. But when you get the rhythm down, it's pretty good. This map is very repetitive, but it's also incredibly difficult to just read. So, you know, there's a bit of memory that'll come into this. You'll see what I mean. Anyway, this is Diversa Atlas, which does actually have a ranked taiko set, now that I think about it. Anyway, this map's gonna start off pretty chill. Some triplets gonna be thrown in. They're not gonna be bad. Some doublets. But when the LNs kick in, then the map doesn't really become harder, but it becomes insanely difficult to read, especially at a round of 64 level. You know, it's probably too difficult, but the rhythms are very easy. So as you can see, now these LNs are going to kick in, and those snares have like a shorter LN length, so it makes reading this just a bit more difficult. But it is entirely like 1-2-1-4. So yeah, that section. Now this section here is, if you remember from the mini pack, this is kind of like Cloud. It's got some LN and like white notes mixed in together, and it's sort of hard to read, but it's pretty much just all 1/3. It's just 7-flat, and then 4-flat, and repeat. And that's pretty much the whole map. It's more so just difficult to read than actually to play. But damn, it'll look impressive if you get it down. So the main difference between tech is that tech is going to have more. It's going to have like more variation in LN length. It's going to have more variation in snapping between notes. So hybrid, I guess you could say, is like a very simplified tech. You know, much in the same way that a stream or speed map probably going to be like a more dense rice, per se. I don't know, it's really hard to categorize one key. Like, we're just throwing terms at the wall now to sound interesting. Okay, so that's 8 maps down, which means we're now at map number 9, our SV map, which I think is like 40 seconds long. It's actually, this map is really short, but it's also very tricky. It's also the lowest OD in the whole pool at like OD 7, and I think you'll see why this is OD 7. So this is Look at Her. This is an Oppo song. And this is the SV map. The SV in this is not going to be at all. It's not going to be hype like Stasis. It's going to be absolute torment. Some of the snappings in this are also so very weird. Also, you might want to watch out for this SV. Oh, see, it's beautiful. That is similar to Stasis, I suppose. Stasis does have that one break, and then the one note comes like a one tick early. Anyway, this map has reduced OD just because, I mean, it's round of 64, the SV is really weird. And the map is short too, so if you tank AK, that is tens of thousands of scores, just because there's only 99 notes. This is also the only SV map that Urk did not make, which is why it sucks. But I don't know, if you want to be a little cheeky, check that one out. Alright, that said, we are 9 maps down. Map number 10, this is our tiebreaker. This is the big boy for the round. If you get to 3-all with your opponent, this is the map that will be played. Song by The Scratch Pervert. This is the Beats and Pieces. This map has... oh boy, there's a lot that goes on in this map. Let's start off with the obvious thing. It starts off slow, and it gets faster, and it gets faster, and I think it gets faster like 6 or 7 times. The BPM just ramps itself up on this one. But, oh man, this map just actually has a lot of factors. So, this section's pretty chill. It has a couple of different length LN. I mean, it's just the intro. Also, yeah, this replay sucks, because it's got one miss in it. Oh no, imagine missing in round of 64. Alright, just starting with a bit more... no, just a bit more 1-4. Right notes. Also, I apologize if this is, mistimed by any chance. It probably is, because, oh man, the rhythms are really hard to map on this. Anyway, it does have reduced OD for that fact. If anyone finds a better timing, though, let me know, please. Anyway, just got some very short LNs into some long LNs. This section here is going to be a little bit like Analyze. You know, the LN white note mixed, where you can just single tap. But then those short LNs are also a little bit reminiscent of Atlas as well. Alright, so this is where the fun happens. When we get to the chorus, so definitely got some more hybrid-esque sections here. We got some burst sections like from Beyond the 7. And they're in the stream as well. Got some very short LNs there. And we've also got some bursts that even go offhand into LN as well. And yeah, it gets faster. These rhythms are also very repetitive, but there are some slight changes. So, I mean, you're gonna have to keep your eyes peeled for them. Don't think that you can just get into a rhythm and stay in it. For the most part you can, but there will definitely be spots where you miss. Also, single tappers are I don't know, they're gonna do fine for the first 1k notes, and then it's gonna start getting kinda fast. Also, some of these scratch sounds make for some very good short LNs. Okay, this right here is probably the hardest speed of the map. It does get faster, but it's not as dense. Also, this has a really dumb miss. Whoops. Oh no, combo breaks in one key. Imagine. I'll get used to seeing those because there'll be a lot more from next round onwards. Alright, this is the densest that it gets. But there is no, like, weird offhand stuff in this. So, you know, two-finger players, you'll be good, it's all on hand. Single tappers, good luck. I mean, it's kind of fast. Patterns are very repetitive. And this is the fastest it goes, but it's not very dense. And the match is probably decided by this point. But yeah, you can see there's just a lot of elements in this map. You know, there's a bit of Analyze in it, a bit of Beyond the 7. Game over. And that is the round of 64 pool for Jaye's 1 key event. Looks super cool. I'm going to go upload this set, and we can quickly look over these stats. Because I know you guys want to look over the stats for like the actual breakdown of the scores and such. If it's not on the master sheet, give me a minute while I give our streamer the results. I hope Mestro doesn't get mad at me sharing this, but since it's just for the stream, shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, this is going to be posted whenever he does that. Alright, so here's the full breakdown if you guys want to have a look at it. Starting from Sparks all the way down to S2 Kings, those are these 6-1 competitors who will be chillin'. Full breakdown scores. I mean, don't worry if you like don't take all of this down. It'll be on the master sheet eventually, if it isn't already. Okay, sorry, mister. I didn't see that. Anyway, here's the stuff. It looks cool, doesn't it? Sparks getting seed 1, Jackets 2, Avaro 3rd. Good stuff. Anyway, I guess that's the end of the showcase. All the stuff that you want to find is currently out, and I guess thanks for watching, guys. When we shut this off, I'm going to make an announcement that the pools are out, and the schedule is pretty much ready as well, so I'll go and release that as well. Anyway, I've been Jaye. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck, enjoy the pool, have fun, and remember, 1 key, 1 finger, 1 chance.